Welcome to AI Stream News. Watch streaming news now.
Jammu and Kashmir. Encounter underway between security forces, terrorists in Kulgam. The exchange of gunfire ensued on Monday night following a massive search operation launched to trace the gunmen involved in the attack on the convoy of the Indian Air Force, IAF, in the Poonch sector on Saturday, May 4. It is not known if the terrorists engaging in a firefight were the ones behind the May 4 attack on the IAF convoy. Meanwhile, search operations have intensified from the Sarankot to the Jaran Wali Gali areas amid heavy security deployment in the area. Over 20 persons were detained for questioning as the security forces gathered clues to neutralize the terrorists who fled into nearby dense forests after the attack. Following the attack, the local Rashtriya Rifles unit also initiated search operations in the area. The security forces also launched a cordon and search operation at Kadu village in the Dalhori area of adjoining Rajouri district following information about the presence of 3 suspected terrorists. Several checkpoints have been set up on main roads. Vehicle checking has also been intensified in both Poonch and Rajouri districts.
7 persons linked to terrorism from Pakistan had their properties seized in Jammu and Kashmir's Baramulla district, the police reported on Tuesday. Following a court order from the Additional Sessions Court in Baramulla, 13 canals of land worth lakhs of rupees, owned by these terror affiliates from Pakistan, were confiscated, stated a police spokesperson. The handlers were identified as Shabir Ahmed Sofi from Sheikhpura, Ghulam Nabi Alay from Waripura Pain, Ghulam Nabi Sheikh from Warpura Bala, Sharifuddin Chopin, and Gullah Sheikh from Rishipura Orthora, Muhammad Rafiq Khan from Salusa, and Abdul Hamid Pari from Frasthar Tilgam. The police spokesperson highlighted that the properties were uncovered during a thorough investigation conducted by law enforcement. The attachment of these properties marks a significant step in the efforts to combat terrorism in the region. It sends a strong message that individuals involved in such activities, regardless of their location, will face legal consequences. Authorities continue to remain vigilant and proactive in identifying and disrupting networks that pose a threat to peace and security in Jammu and Kashmir. 1 person was killed and 15,425 houses were damaged as heavy rainfall accompanied by a hailstorm left a trail of destruction in Manipur on Sunday. The state government has set up 42 relief camps to accommodate those displaced. In the wake of the destruction, all educational institutions have been shut till Tuesday. In a statement, the Education Department said, in view of the widespread destruction caused to households and installations across the state due to the hailstorm and anticipation of the same in the following days, and keeping in mind the safety of the students of the state, all schools of the state, government-aided, private and central, will remain closed on May 6 and 7. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh said 6.90 crore rupees had been released from the State Disaster Response Fund, SDRF, to the Deputy Commissioners for carrying out relief measures. The 11 hill districts have been allocated 40 lakh rupees each, while the 5 valley districts have been allocated 50 lakh rupees each in accordance to their population, the CM said, adding that if needed, additional funds will be sought from the centre.
13 candidates filed nominations on the first day for the upcoming Lok Sabha polls on June 1 on Tuesday. According to Punjab Chief Electoral Officer Siban C., the highest number of 5 nominations has been filed from Firozapur as 2 candidates have submitted 2 forms each. 3 nominations have been filed from Patiala. 1 nomination each has been filed from Gurdaspur, Amritsar, Kador Sahib, Hoshiarpur, Anandpur Sahib, Faridkot and Sangru. No candidate has filed nomination papers for the Jalandhar, Ludhiana, Fatehgarh Sahib and Batinder LS seats. Giving details, Punjab CEO's office said that an independent candidate filed his nomination from Gurdaspur while a candidate of the Communist Party of India filed his papers from Amritsar. Aaz Punjab Party candidate from Kador Sahib, 1 independent candidate from Hoshiarpur, Punjab National Party candidate from Anandpur Sahib, 1 independent from Faridkot and Punjab National Party candidate from Sangru have filed their nomination papers, the officials added. Similarly, 2 independents and 1 Bharatiya Jawan Kisan Party candidate have filed their nomination papers from Patiala.
These villages boycott polls. Voters in Kasar village in Baruch district, Sanadara in Surat district, and Bakari in Banaskantha district completely boycotted voting. Additionally, voters in Batgam village in Junagadh district, as well as Bodoli and Kanjara villages in Mahisagar district, partially boycotted the voting process, according to the Chief Electoral Officer, CEO. As per the Election Commission report, none of the 320 voters in Sanadara village, which falls under the Bardoli Lok Sabha seat, voted over certain outstanding issues even as the local poll administration and representatives of political parties tried to persuade him to come out and exercise their franchise. Around 300 voters in Bakri village, which falls under the Patan parliamentary constituency, collectively decided to boycott voting as a form of protest against the division of their Gram Panchayat. Despite efforts to persuade them, the voters remained resolute in their decision not to exercise their right to vote. Poll preparations began early in the morning, but despite efforts made by polling officers, the villagers did not turn up to vote. The villagers expressed their grievances over the division of their Gram Panchayat as the reason for their boycott. Even Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, candidate Bharat Singh Darbi visited the village and urged the villagers to participate in the polling process, but they remained unmoved. This was not the first time. Similarly, around 350 voters in Kasar village of Bharuch district also remained steadfast in their decision not to cast their votes, and by the end of the day, not a single vote was cast. This was not the first instance that voters had boycotted in the village. Locals mentioned that they have previously boycotted elections due to unfulfilled demands, particularly their repeated requests for the construction of a bridge over a river, which have gone unanswered by the government. Gujarat records voter turnout of 56.91%. A provisional voter turnout of 56.91% was recorded in the single-phase polling for 25 Lok Sabha constituencies in Gujarat. As per the data shared by the Election Commission, the state recorded a voter turnout of 56.91% till 6 p.m. in 25 seats. Officials, however, said this is a provisional figure as the data from some polling stations is awaited and the number of postal ballots not included. Of the 26 constituencies, polling was held for 25 seats barring Surat, which the BJP had won uncontested after 8 out of 9 candidates withdrew from the race and the nomination of the Congress candidate was rejected. Gujarat Tourism Limited, GTL, has reported a multi-fold rise in consolidated net profit to 50.29 crore rupees for the March 2024 quarter, mainly due to higher income. The company's net profit was 73 lakh rupees in the quarter ended March 2023, the company said in a regulatory filing. Total income surged to 377.35 crore rupees from 1.64 crore rupees in the year-ago period. Total expenses also rose to 326.72 crore rupees as against 61 lakh rupees a year ago. Ahmedabad-based Gujarat Tourism is into manufacturing and assembling industrial machines and equipment. Last week, the company announced plans to foray into the green energy sector by acquiring 65 acres of land in Gujarat to set up a green energy project at an investment of 572 crore rupees. The Brihanmumbai Municipal Corporation, BMC, said the reservoirs currently have a stock of over 37,552 mld, million litres of water per day, which is 16.48% of the city-s annual requirement of 47.363 mld, less than the stock on the same date the previous year. Mumbai receives 3,800 mld of water every day from the 7 reservoirs, Vatsa, Upper Vaitana, Middle Vaitana, Tansa, Modak Sagar, Vihar and Tulsi, located here and in Thane and Nashik districts. In view of the upcoming monsoon season, the Brihanmumbai Municipal Corporation, BMC, on Tuesday released a list of 188 residential buildings that are in a very dangerous and dilapidated state. The civic body has appealed to people living in such structures to move to safer places as a precautionary measure. Of the 188 buildings on the list, the highest 114 structures are in the western suburbs, followed by the eastern suburbs with 47 and 27 in the island city, the release said. The buildings have been declared very dangerous and dilapidated under Section 354 of the Brihanmumbai Municipal Corporation Act, 1888, it said. While appealing to people to vacate these dilapidated buildings, the civic body has also asked concerned authorities who own these buildings to take necessary steps before monsoon. Amid ongoing Lok Sabha elections 2024, a remote hamlet Barudmal under Baramati Lok Sabha constituency in Maharashtra registered a 95% turnout on Tuesday, reported news agency PTI. Nonagenarian Babarao Akade was among 41 eligible voters from the remote hamlet Barudmal under Baramati Lok Sabha constituency in Maharashtra, who for the first time didn't have to trek 12 kilometers to cast their votes, which was the case until 2019 elections. Voting was held for 11 of 48 Lok Sabha constituencies in the state in the third phase of Lok Sabha elections 2024 on Tuesday. This is the first time that officials established a polling station in a nearby school for eligible electors, enabling us to take part in the Festival of Democracy elections, in our hamlet. Located 35 kilometers away from Bor town in Vela Tehsil of Pune district, Barudmal is the smallest polling station with 41 eligible voters under the Baramati Lok Sabha constituency. By 3 p.m. on Tuesday, 39 voters, including a first-timer, had exercised their franchise, registering a 95% turnout. This has happened for the first time in our lifetime that a polling station has been set up near our houses here in Barudmal. Till the last elections, we all had to go on foot to Sangvi Velvade Kaur Valley to cast votes, which is almost 12 kilometers from here. 90-year-old Akade, the senior-most voter among the flock. An army man has been arrested for allegedly offering 2.5 crore rupees to leader of opposition in the Maharashtra Legislative Council. He reportedly tried to lure Ambada's Danva for hacking electronic voting machines, EVMs, in Aurangabad being used for the Lok Sabha elections. He had a special chip through which he could ensure that all the votes from the EVM would go to his party, which is Uddhav Thackeray's faction of Shiv Sena. While Danva himself is not contesting the Lok Sabha elections, his party has fielded a candidate from Aurangabad Lok Sabha seat that will vote in the fourth phase on May 13. Uttar Pradesh. Star campaigners from different political parties campaigning for their party candidates. In Uttar Pradesh, many star campaigners of different political parties are canvassing for their party candidates today. Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi today addressed her first political rally in Raebareli for this election. She campaigned in Batrawan area of Raebareli and held small public gatherings. Targeting BJP, she said that the Saffron Party is misleading people, and if her party comes to power, then wages of ASHA workers, Anganwadi workers and MGNREGA workers will be doubled. Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav today came down heavily on the BJP in a rally in Shahjahanpur and said that party does false promises. He will later address a political rally in favor of party candidate in Farrukhabad also. Senior BJP leader and Union Home Minister Amit Shah also addressed the political rally in Lakhimpur Kheri district in favor of the party candidate and Union Minister of State for Home Affairs Ajay Mishra Teni. He appealed to the people to vote for BJP, as this election is not only for making Narendra Modi third-time Prime Minister, but also to continue the welfare schemes of central government. Amit Shah will later address political rallies in Hardoi and Kannauj districts, while BJP's organizational secretary BL Santosh will hold meetings with party functionaries in Barabanki and Gonda districts. Congress leader and in charge of Uttar Pradesh Avinash Pandey will hold meeting with party functionaries in Jalandhar district today. Kerala SSLC result 2024 pass percentage. 99.69% students pass Kerala 10th board exams, 71,831 score A+. Kerala Pariksha Bhavan has released the SSLC results from Kerala Pariksha Bhavan during a press conference. Students can access their results on the official website parikshabhavan.kerala.gov.in after 4 p.m. To check their results, students are required to log in using their registration number, password, and date of birth. In the Kerala SSLC exam of 2023, a total of 4.25 lakh students participated. Valuation for these exams began on April 3 and concluded on April 26, 2023. The overall pass percentage for the SSLC exams was an impressive 99.70%, with 68,694 students securing the highest grade of A+. Kannur district recorded the highest pass percentage, while Wayanad district had the lowest. Compared to the previous year, the pass percentage witnessed a 0.44% increase. The Kerala Health Department has issued an alert after cases of West Nile fever were reported in Malappuram, Kozhikode and Thrissur districts. A direction to strengthen awareness activities was also set in place. The District Vector Control Unit has collected samples from different parts of the state and sent them for testing. Since 2011, West Nile fever has been reported in various districts of Kerala, so there is no need to worry, the Health Minister said. The Health Minister also requested that anyone with a fever or other symptoms should seek treatment immediately. Mosquito control and source destruction are important to prevent West Nile fever. Health Minister Veena George added that although symptoms of West Nile fever are almost similar to Japanese fever, it isn't as serious. However, be careful, she said. She added that people should keep their houses and surroundings clean. Make sure not to use stagnated water. West Nile fever is caused by the West Nile virus, which is spread by Theoculex mosquito. However, it is not as dangerous as Japanese fever. Japanese fever usually affects children under 18, while West Nile fever affects adults. Both are mosquito-borne diseases. A vaccine is available for Japanese fever, not for West Nile fever. West Nile fever is mainly transmitted by mosquitoes belonging to the genus Culex. Birds are also infected. This virus was first discovered in 1937 in Uganda. The disease was first reported in the state in 2011 in Alappuzha. The main symptoms are headache, fever, muscle aches, dizziness and memory loss. Most people who are infected often do not experience symptoms. Some people experience symptoms like fever, headache, vomiting and itching. In 1% of people, brain damage can lead to unconsciousness and sometimes, death. But, the death rate is relatively low compared to Japanese fever. There is no medicine or vaccine available against the West Nile virus. The treatment involves managing symptoms and supportive care. Avoiding mosquito bites is the best form of prevention. Wearing clothing that covers the body, using mosquito nets, applying mosquito repellent ointments, using mosquito nets and electric mosquito repellent devices are effective. Mosquito source destruction can prevent infection. Do not self-medicate as it can complicate the disease. Rain likely across Kerala till May 12, says IMD. Tiruvananthapuram. In a slight relief from the sweltering heat, the India Meteorological Department, IMD, has predicted widespread rainfall in the state till May 12. It will be scattered to fairly widespread rainfall accompanied by thunderstorms, lightning and gusty winds, 30 to 40 km/h, over the state during the period. They have also predicted isolated heavy rainfall on May 8 and 11. According to the IMD, the maximum temperature in Palakkad can go up to 39 degrees Celsius in the coming days, while the temperature in Alappuzha, Thrissur, and Kozhikode can go up to 38 degrees Celsius. Despite the overnight rains, the average day temperature increased slightly across the state. Kasaragod received up to 9 centimeters rainfall on Tuesday. It was appreciably above normal in Alappuzha, Kozhikode and Palakkad, above normal in Malappuram, Kottayam, Kollam, Tiruvananthapuram and Thrissur, and it remained normal elsewhere over the state. Palakkad recorded the highest maximum temperature of 39.4 degrees Celsius. There was a warm night alert for Alappuzha and Kozhikode on Tuesday. Sathyasan seeks compensation for heatwave victims. Leader of opposition V.D. Sathieson has sent a letter to the Chief Minister urging him to provide compensation to family members of those who lost their lives to the heatwave. He also demanded that a special package be announced for farmers. In the letter, Sathieson said the heatwave condition should be treated as a natural disaster so that family members get compensation. He said the severe conditions have left the farming sector in doldrums. It is for the first time in the history that Kerala too has been included in the heatwave category by the Met Department. Over the past several weeks, several people have died in the state due to heatwave conditions, said Sathieson. The Karnataka School Examinations and Assessments Board will be releasing the SSLC Result 2024 tomorrow, May 9, at 10:30 a.m. Candidates who appeared for the Class 10th board examination across the state can access their results on the official website of Karnataka Results at karresults.nic.in. Alternatively, the direct link can be found at kseab.karnataka.gov.in. The Karnataka SSLC examination commenced on March 25 and concluded on April 6, 2024. Practical and oral examinations for JTS students were conducted on April 8, 2024. Approximately 8 lakh candidates appeared for the Karnataka Class 10 board examination statewide. The Election Commission of India on Tuesday asked social media platform X, formerly Twitter, to take down a video post by the official handle of the Karnataka unit of the Bharatiya Janata Party, calling it violative of the extant legal framework. J.P. Nadda, Amit Malviya summoned by Karnataka police over controversial social media post. The development comes 2 days after an FIR was registered against BJP President J.P. Nadda, the party's IT cell head Amit Malviya and Karnataka unit chief B.Y. Vijayendra in connection with a social media post allegedly intimidating members of SC and ST community not to vote for a particular candidate. The Karnataka Special Investigation Team, SIT, probing the alleged abuse by MP has said that those in possession of videos related to the incident were liable to face legal action and asked him to delete the clips. In a statement, the probe team cautioned the public against sharing explicit video clips on social media. Storing of videos, images and audio clips also attracts criminal action under the law, so the public should be aware of this to avoid any storage or transmitting of such videos, images and audio clips, the probe team said in a statement. The statement also clarified the term originator as a person who sends, generates, stores or transmits any electronic message or causes any electronic message to be sent, generated, stored or transmitted to any other person, but does not include an intermediary. The SIT said sharing such videos would damage the reputation and honor of victims. It is easy to trace people sharing these videos on messenger services, so action will be taken against such individuals, the SIT said. The Meteorological Department on Wednesday forecast thunderstorms accompanied by lightning and gusty winds in parts of Andhra Pradesh for the next 5 days from May 8 to 12. It forecast this weather in parts of north coastal Andhra Pradesh, Yanam, south coastal Andhra Pradesh, Skap, and Rayalaseema, where winds are expected to blow between 30 km per hour, kmph, to 50 kmph. A cyclonic circulation lies over Tamil Nadu and extends up to 1.5 km above mean sea level. Lower tropospheric southerly and southwesterly winds prevail over Andhra Pradesh and Yanam, said a press release from the Meteorological Department. It observed that a trough and wind discontinuity from East Vidarbha to Tamil Nadu is now running from northeast Rajasthan to south interior Karnataka, across middle Maharashtra and north interior Karnataka at 0.9 km above mean sea level. Several places witnessed rainfall on Tuesday in the southern state, led by 29 mm rainfall in Nandagama, 9 mm in Thuni, 7 mm in Visakhapatnam and 3 mm each in Kakinada and Machilipatnam, among others. Midsummer showers also cooled Vijayawada, Tadapalli and surrounding places on Tuesday, while there is no sign of rain in this region on Wednesday yet, though sunny but not as hot as earlier. The Andhra Pradesh State Council of Higher Education, APSCHE, will open the Andhra Pradesh Postgraduate Engineering Common Entrance Test 2024, APPGECET, application correction starting today, May 8. All the candidates who had applied for the exam can make changes to the information in their earlier submitted registration form on the official website cets.apsh.app.gov.in. The last day to make any changes to the application form is May 14. The students must note that they are only allowed to make a limited number of changes in the application form at the official website, while for other changes candidates can submit a written request to the exam authority at the official email ID helpdesk app getset@apsh.org with attached scanned documents. Applicants must include their mobile number, date of birth, DOB, payment ID, qualifying exam, and SSCHT number before requesting corrections. The Joint Action Committee of Government Employees Service Associations in AP on Tuesday urged the Election Commission to extend the time for casting postal ballots beyond May 8 as certain norm deviations occurred in Anakapalli and Chilakalaripata constituencies. PM attend rallies in AP and Telangana over campaigning for elections, addressed some meetings and roadshow and said about opponent parties and his perception on other parties. The Election Commission of India, ECI, on Tuesday directed the Telangana government to defer disbursement of funds to farmers under Rithu Bharosa scheme till Lok Sabha polls are held in the state on May 13. The poll body has further asked the ruling Congress in the state to submit a compliance report on the matter by 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Traditional vote bank is likely to influence the winning prospects of the party's ally in Andhra BJP in some identified segments in the state. The party leadership is working out strategies to shift TDP vote bank in support of the BJP in Karimnagar, Warangal, Mahbubnagar, Nizamabad, Nagarkarnool, Bongir and Malkajgiri parliamentary constituencies where the Yellow Party was still holding a grip with cadre and activists in the rural areas. Also read, PM Modi questions Congress alleged deal with Ambani Adani. Election rally remarks sparked controversy. Leaders said that the BJP Telangana unit has sought TDP's help to win the elections in some Lok Sabha segments. Though the TDP was not active in Telangana, the party was making efforts to activate the cadre in the districts in support of the Saffron Party and help the candidates to win the elections. Survey reports say the Congress and BJP are fighting tough and every vote is valuable to win the elections. Even 1% of votes will influence the candidate's political future. TDP is still maintaining at least 2 to 3% vote bank in every assembly segment. These votes are enough to tilt the scales in favor of BJP, leaders said. Hyderabad and its suburbs grappled with heavy rainfall, causing chaos in the city's transportation networks. The downpour, accompanied by hailstorms in some areas, brought relief from scorching temperatures but left a trail of traffic chaos and tragedy in its wake. The deluge turned fatal in Hyderabad's Bachupalli area as a retaining wall at an under-construction apartment collapsed, claiming the lives of 7 individuals, including a 4-year-old child. The victims, migrant workers from Odisha and Chhattisgarh, were tragically trapped under the debris until early morning, when rescue efforts recovered their bodies. Vehicular standstill and GHMC response. Torrential rain inundated roads and caused traffic disruptions across Hyderabad. Fallen trees and flooded streets compounded the chaos, leading to hours-long traffic jams. Emergency teams from the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, GHMC, were deployed to clear waterlogged areas and remove fallen trees, but traffic snarls persisted throughout the night. Stay tuned to AI Stream for more updates. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.